Welcome to the Colosseum, where the loudest crowd and the clash of the weapons fill the air. Today, we take you on a journey through the world of gladiators, where men fall to the death in the name of entertainment. But before we dive into the world of the gladiators, let me ask you to take a moment and hit that subscribe button and help us to spread knowledge. And now back to the video. Let's take a step back in time to understand how this ancient profession came to be. The gladiatorial games were held for the first time in ancient Rome around 264 BC, during the Roman Republic period. But that does not mean they were not organized before this date. Historians believe that the tournament of gladiators originated from the ancient Etruscans for the purpose of funeral ceremonies. These early gladiatorial games were small in scale and relatively simple, often featuring two fighters that would fight to the death. Over time, however, the games became more elaborated and grew in popularity, eventually becoming a staple of the Roman entertainment. As the Roman Empire grew, so did the popularity of the gladiatorial games. The games became more complex, with different types of fighters and a wider variety of weapons and equipment. As the crowds grew larger, so did the arenas, with the Colosseum in Rome being the most impressive and iconic of them all. Gladiators were basically professional fighters who entertained the crowds with their combat skills, but also battling each other to the death. These fighters were renowned throughout the Roman Empire for their bravery, strength, and skill, and their exploits have captivated audience for centuries. But the life of a gladiator was far from glamorous. Most of these fighters were slaves, prisoners of war, or criminals who had been forced into this profession. In some cases, mostly among very poor individuals, they volunteered to become gladiators as it offered them a chance to escape their financial debts. However, over time the profession became more organized, and some regular Romans without financial debts started to volunteer to become gladiators, seeing it as a way to earn fame and fortune. To become a gladiator, one has to undergo a harsh training program that could last for years. The training was grueling, and those who failed to meet the standards of their masters were often punished severely. The gladiators were taught how to fight with different weapons and shields, and how to move and evade blows, all while being subjected to harsh physical conditioning. There were many types of gladiators, each with their own unique weapon and fighting styles. Some, like the Gladiators, fought with a trident and a net, while others, like the Murmillo, wore a helmet that resembled a fish and carried a sword and a shield. Each type of gladiator had its own unique weapons, strategies, and tactics, making each battle in the arena different and more exciting than the previous one. The gladiators would fight in pairs or in large groups, often facing each other, or against wild animals like lions and tigers. These battles were incredibly dangerous, and many gladiators would lose their lives to the arena. However, those who managed to make paths to victory were often rewarded with freedom, riches, fame, and glory. Gladiator battles were incredibly popular with the people of Rome. The Colosseum, the largest arena in the Roman Empire, could hold up to 50,000 spectators. The crowds were a mix of men and women, rich and poor, old and young, all united in love for the show and excitement for the fights. The gladiators of ancient Rome are a testament to the complex and sometimes violent history of the world's greatest civilization. Their fights were brutal and often deadly, but they continue to captivate our imaginations today, remind us of the courage, determination, and resilience of the human spirit. Thank you for watching. TB Grátis Pro Vídeo Labo.